Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. And wow, that was a national women's championship game, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, Caitlin Clark, I mean, yeah, there's a whole, tang about it. I wanted to start the episode with more women's basketball since, the whole March Madness tournament wrapped up. Shout out to SDSU. They made it to the friggin' national championship game, and I really did not. I was like, cool for them. But I don't know. Yeah, they got beaten by UConn. Eventually, not that exciting of a game. I would assume. But on the women's side, yeah. LSU versus Iowa was the final, and man, it was a game that I found exciting, just purely because of, not purely because of Caitlin Clark, too. LSU had a really good team, and, I don't know. I guess I just like being a neutral fan. I just like, I feel like, yeah, I stated this last episode, I feel like I'm just generally becoming a basketball enjoyer more than a lot of other people, Because it seems like a bunch of people just dropped into the conversation purely to talk about trash talking and the the circumstances with which it's okay or not okay, or like the whole narratives around the whole women's sport be trash talking, what Caitlin Clark did, John Cena, Jill Biden celebrations, Kim Mulkey's outfit, her and Kim Mulkey's history towards gay players, Brittany Griner being one of them. Man, I don't know. A lot of narratives, man. But what can I add by adding to that? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna say I like the game. I enjoyed the game. Caitlin Clark broke the record for most trees in a I think either in a national championship game. Yeah, probably one of those things. Or in the tournament. She broke the record for most points in a tournament, but I think it was Cheryl Swoops did it in 5 games. Caitlin Clark did it in 6 games. Yeah. So, what do I think about the other stuff? Should I have a comment? Angel Reese, I mean, it is a cold celebration. I tweeted it. It was a cold AF celebration. And that I noticed. I noticed as I was watching. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she just did Caitlin Clark's celebration back to her. If you are, if you haven't been exposed to this great discourse. The whole John Cena, you can't see me, whatever it is. I don't know. This is, man, yeah, I guess. Caitlin Clark did that to, who is it, Haley Van Lith from Louisville? Yeah, see, look at me knowing players, man. Yeah, and Haley Van Lith, another player, there was another incident, a tiny little interesting thing with her that went viral, was that she beat a team and in the handshake line, another player on the team jumped out to say something to her that didn't look like it was the nicest thing, and then she just I don't know, took it and then moved on, saying something out loud, something, I don't know. Oh man, trash talk. Is it okay? Is it okay to trash talk, man? Oh man, it's such, who cares about this argument, man? Who cares? Oh man, I don't know. Women's basketball is cool. Can't that just be the takeaway, man? I don't know. Skip and Shannon freaking did they had daily segments over the celebration. Yeah, where they talked about the celebration for 18 out of 20 minutes, and then the next day they talked about Joe Biden wanting to wanting to bring both of the teams to the White House, the winner and the runner-up, and then they talked about how that's such an unfair standard and that's stupid and friggin', I don't know. Is there any reason to just keep on extending it? Can't we just celebrate women's basketball? But I mean, I don't know. Seems a lot of people have a hard time doing that. A lot of people had an issue of the way the game was officiated. Yeah, people wanted just to see Caitlin Clark play without getting fouled, right? And yeah, the fouls seem to be, pretty not that yeah, pretty ticky tack, in terminology related to the sport. But I don't know. I just still thought it was an entertaining game. She still hit eight trees, but yeah, some of them were at the end where the score didn't really matter. So, yeah, LSU, yeah, it was like close. Yeah, it was close early on in the first quarter because of Caitlin Clark. She hit, a deep tree for her first points, I think. And then, yeah, she hit like a couple more in the first quarter. And like in the second quarter, LSU brought the lead to like 5, I think, and then at the second quarter, LSU brought the lead to 21. Basically, they literally brought the lead to 21 off of Jasmine Carson shooting the brakes off, and then in the third quarter, Iowa came back, cut the lead down to 8. Off the back hands on the hands of Caitlin Clark. Who else? And but I guess they were just tired out. I would assume the team was also foul trouble, I guess, which a lot of people were upset with, But it wasn't only Caitlin Clark that had the fouls. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but I could just name players. Why would I name players? Yeah, again, the time for the bid has passed. Is that it? Is that the recap? Oh man. Anyways, what a nice time it is, man, for this current era of women's basketball. Yeah, did I talk about much about South Carolina last time? I just talked about Iowa beating them, but it's an interesting thing that like 4 out of at least 4 South Carolina players are declaring for the WNBA draft. Yeah, Aaliyah Boston being like the premier one of them. There's another player called Letitia Amihir, and then there's another one. Yeah, Zaya Cook. She's declaring, and then someone else. Yeah, they're like called. Yeah, the group. That group was like all together during South Carolina's run from like their freshman years to their senior years, basically. And I think, they were colloquially called the Freshies, I saw from Twitter, right? Yeah, so, that group is heading off to the WNBA, And yeah, maybe we'll see Angel Reese, and, I would assume we would see Caitlin Clark. I mean, yeah, not this year. Yeah, she's not declaring this year because it's only her junior year, Yeah, I heard in the WNBA you have to be 22 in order to declare for the draft, which is interesting. I guess that's an interesting thing. I don't know. I don't know if it should be like that or not. I don't know. I guess they don't want a one and done rule. Yeah, and it's also that it's way more exclusive. There's only 16 WNBA teams, rather than 30. Yeah. There used to be other WNBA teams that are not these teams. Yeah, like there used to be a WNBA team in like Dallas, in Sacramento, in Detroit, in Charlotte. Yeah. Maybe that will get brought back, man. Yeah. The Seattle team is still there. It's the Seattle Storm. Yeah, the Aces. The Aces are like the team. I would assume. Yeah, the team with Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, Asia Wilson, and most recently Candace Parker. So, yeah. Oh man, I'm not gonna. No. I don't know. It's just things I see on Twitter. Okay, I see a few Bleacher Report tweets and I get full of myself. I'm like, wow, look at how much I know. Oh man, I think so. I think the Indiana Fever is gonna get the number 1 pick. Yeah, so Aaliyah Boston was like the presumptive number 1 pick before she declared. So yeah, and now she declared. So yeah. Yeah. I wonder if more people are gonna watch the WNBA because of this renewed interest in the women's tournament. Probably not, but You can dream, right? You know, you'll still probably get people freaking making stupid ass jokes about Brittany Griner, but you know, whatever. What can you do? What? Honestly. Oh man. Yeah. Anyways, is that all I wanted to talk about? Yeah. Nice, good first 12 minutes, 10 minutes, I guess. Yeah. Oh man. Wow. Oh man, do I have any other trademark things I'm known about on that front? Yeah, no. Man. Hopefully the Twitter segment will be better. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just still gonna continue to do the Twitter segment, you know. I have to edit it a lot because there's just a lot of dead space, you know. There's a lot of just dead air that I just feel like would be, yeah, I don't know. I apologize for not just cutting it out in previous episodes, but you know, sometimes I like notice a lot of things when editing, sometimes I don't, you know. I don't know. My primary purpose is just to get these out fast, you know. It's only been a week since I recorded the last episode. So, yeah, less than a week, yeah. So, hopefully I'll get to it. Hopefully this will be out by Sunday. Hopefully Sunday. Yeah, at the latest. Monday at the latest. But yeah, what's going on in the what's going on in the NBA, man? That I'm interested in. A bunch of playoff scenarios and positioning because the Western Conference sucked this year. It just literally was freaking so mid, man. It was so mediocre, so freaking bad. So many teams had just the same amount of losses. So many teams had like 35 losses, man. It's like, yeah, still, it's like, oh man, the season is gonna wind down. Yeah, I think I am going to like probably put out a playoff prediction video. I think I might even have like a play-in prediction video, yeah, before the play-in. I don't think I did that. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have things I want to see happen though, but I don't know. I guess it's a nice exercise because it's like I should throw that away when doing that video of like the playoff prediction type thing, right? In 2K. Yeah, I should just focus on like what does my limited amount of knowledge lead me to believe, you know, that hopefully isn't rotted true freaking having to listen to friggin' Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. I don't know. I've stopped watching clips of First Take as much. Yeah, but I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard habit to quit, man. It's hard. It's literally hard. Yeah, true. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I would not trading it in for just watching Nick Wright. Oh no. Oh man. Yeah, Nick wrong. I don't think he's Nick wrong about Joel Embiid being MVP though. So you know. I finished with the Fire on High. It is a great book. Elizabeth Acevedo is immediately in that freaking category of authors where I'm like, I'll basically read anything they write, basically. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I think what do I like most about With the Fire on High? I think the overall story is like pretty good, but you know, I think like it really shines in its like individual like pieces, like individual like flashes of prose, you know. There are certain like tiny chapters, yeah, because all the chapters are very like 1-2 pages long, which is really nice. Thank you, Elizabeth Acevedo, for making like a shorter book that still feels like a complete, fully formed story. Yeah. Like, I don't know, there's just some like specific chapters, you know, that just like have like really, really like lush, flavorful bits of writing that I really enjoyed, you know? Yeah. Yeah, and I also just loved the whole like premise of, you know, a teen mother, basically, you know, a teen mother like trying her best to like take care of her kid and freaking and like work towards her dreams of like becoming a chef, you know, taking a culinary arts class, being like like cooking, and then like having to manage like planning out like whether she even wants to friggin' apply to college or not, and like all that stuff, like the whole, yeah, that whole thing, yeah, because like the first like what 2/3 of the story is basically like, yeah, planning to like go on the trip to Spain. I don't know. I guess it's just a very easy thing to get me, where it's like stories about like financial hardship. I mean, I somewhat relate to it. But I don't know. It's just nice. It's just nice seeing like YA books, just books in general, where just like families are poor. Like families are poor in the sense of like, yeah, I guess I'm spoiling it a little bit, but like, obviously, like, there's a trip to Spain in the book, but like, obviously the trip to Spain costs money for each student, and there's like 10 students in total in that trip that go on the trip. So like, they have to raise a certain amount of money for each student, and like, through like primarily like a fundraising dinner, I think, that Emily, the main character, like hosts and like creates and like comes up with a bunch of dishes to serve people at that dinner. They bring the price down collectively to like, yeah, like what, like $270, right? Like $275. And then, it's still like, it's still an amount where she has to like, think about asking her grandmother, right? Like her grandmother can't cover it all. Like she needs like, she wonders like if she can like cover it with the paycheck she gets from her fast food job. It's like, I don't know, man. Stuff like that is just like, it's so refreshing, like, I remember first like reading Leah on the Offbeat, and like, there's a scene section of it that pops out to me that just like I fondly remember, where like Leah like wants to, it's about like, Leah wants to go to prom, and like doesn't want to ask like her mom, I guess, doesn't want to ask her mom like money to buy a prom dress, and then like she suddenly like finds like the prom dress, like the dress for prom, like on her bed or something, and then she's like, Mom, like, why is this here? Like, we don't have the money for this, I don't know, man. there's another like section in Mercy Suarez where like Mercy, like, yeah, I guess I'm spoiling all these books. Mercy like breaks a bunch of photography equipment like accidentally in like during like a school dance, basically, and like she knows about it, right? And like obviously that would like get her in massive trouble if people found out. So she just hatches this plan to just like sell her freaking bike to a pawn shop or something, and then like she has like $200, like almost $300. Oh my god. In order to like somewhat cover the expenses of the photography equipment. I don't know, man. It's just nice. It's just nice like seeing like very realistic like poor people freaking problems in fiction, right? It's like, this thing costs like $300. I don't have the money for it, I don't know, man. Yeah, I would assume a lot of people can relate to that. It's the whole thing too of like people not being able to afford other things. Yeah, other, things that are like people take for granted, like freaking getting new books, Other people like, do book hauls, I would assume, like all the time, right? There's some people who do book hauls where it's like they always go to freaking like Barnes and Noble and get new freaking hardcovers, right? They get like 10, 15 new hardcovers, right? And it's like, if you add that up, like, and they're all like new, it's like, isn't that like 180, like to about almost $200 or something? If you have like 10, 15, maybe, it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's what I guess people talk about when it's like, when they talk about like books being expensive, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's just nice seeing like just realistic like poor people problems, Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the relatability of it for me now, but I don't know. It's just always a thing I like. No matter if I relate to it or not. I don't know. It's just a nice thing, Like, yeah, like in Awkward I talked about, where it's like the main character just wants a laptop. Like that's like she just wants a laptop. It's like that's one of the main driving plot points of it. Like she literally just wants a laptop. It's like damn. And then she gets a freaking laptop from Ellen. It's after going viral for being like awkward in freaking public in school. It's like damn. I don't know. And going viral, yeah. Oh man. I don't know. Just nice. As I sit here with 2 monitors and my laptop on my side and my Series S. Yeah, you know, I still have my current microphone. I got it for like $35, I feel like. Yeah, I think like $37 on Amazon used. Oh man, it's done me well, man. I think of upgrading a lot sometimes, but I'm like, you know, it's mostly fine. I think I'll, you know, if I find like a good deal of like, there's a certain upgraded version of this microphone that I might want to get, but I would only want to get it if it's like 40 something at the most. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. I don't feel the need to upgrade to an XLR or something. Not really. Yeah, I guess this is just another walking around episode. I'm busy talking about stuff. Are there any like things NBA related that could be interesting? Yeah, let me check some games out. Yeah, because the thing is that the Mavericks, if the Mavericks are playing the Bulls, if they win against the Bulls, they have a tiny shot to keep their playoff hopes alive. If they lose against the Bulls, they're out of the playoffs, you know, entirely, basically. They've slipped so far because I have no idea. So, yeah. Oh, man. The Bulls defeated the Mavericks. The Mavericks are out of the playoffs. You will not be seeing the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs. You will not be seeing Luka Doncic or Kyrie Irving in the playoffs, man. My God. Oh man. Oh God. Oh man. Yeah, another very, very, very important game. The Warriors versus the Kings. And like, yeah, this is like the part of the season where there are teams like strategically like sitting players out because it's like to get the certain kind of matchup they want or they feel would be helpful to them. And yeah, the Warriors, the Lakers need the Warriors to drop like 1 of 2 games in order to like move up to the 6th seed, basically. And the Warriors are currently up against the Kings 50-43, and the Kings are sitting players out. They're like stars out. So yeah, but it's a road game, and if you have followed the season at all, the Warriors have only won 9 games in total on the road this season. So yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, my current stance on like the Warriors, I guess more so the Warriors. I don't know. The Lakers, I'm not too worried about as like a threat. But like my current stance on the Warriors, even with Andrew Wiggins returning to the team, is that like I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe that they're contenders when I see it, man. And you know, I think it could be a thing where it's like they're facing the Bucks in the finals, and like they're not beating the Bucks. They're not beating the Bucks. Sorry. You know, I would pick the Celtics over them too, you know, even though they lost. I'm that freaking certain that this Warriors team is not the same as the one from last year. It's just not the same, man. I don't know. Like, you know, it's not the same. It really is not, in my very, very amateur analysis, you know. Oh man, this Lakers team also isn't the same from last year, but how far is that going to get them, you know? Who knows? I don't know. Oh man, yeah, anyways, I talk about Embiid probably going to win MVP. He does, yeah, like he deserves it. Again, if I didn't make it clear in that like episode, yeah, Walking with a Vorp 2 episodes ago, yeah, like like I just felt that I liked Jokic as the MVP a bit, but it's like I think like now like all the momentum is a lot of the momentum is basically shifted in Embiid's direction, you know, which is like fine. I mean, yeah, like I don't know. I did not think that Jokic would win a 3rd one anyway. I thought like Jokic would be done winning MVPs for his career. That like, you know, a lot of people thought Embiid should have won last year too, right? Yeah, there was a person who said like a voter who voted for because like some press members are making their MVP votes public starting now. So like one person is saying like it's not really necessarily it's not necessarily right, you know, that like the past 5 years, Jokic would have won 3 MVPs and Giannis would have won 2, but Embiid hasn't won any, you know, which I think is pretty much it. I feel like that should be the viewpoint, you know. It really is Embiid's time. That's not discounting it at all, but like, you know, that's the thing. He's playing out of his freaking mind, you know. He's scoring so goddamn much. He has the entirety of Philadelphia on his back, and I would assume, you know, Emily would also freaking support Embiid for MVP, you know? And her, what, like, 5-6-year-old daughter now? Oh my god, dude. No, I think, like, her daughter was born in 2016, because I feel like, the story takes place in 2018, I think. So, her daughter would be, like, turning 7 now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, man. Jesus. Oh, man. Yeah, so, you know, she would support Embiid for MVP too. I do. I don't know. Like, I'm not into the Sixers as a team, you know. I root against them at almost every turn, but like Embiid as a player, I enjoy. There's a lot of people who like criticize him for like being like a free throw merchant, but like I don't know, man, it's fine. You know, it's like he learned it from the best, you know, in James Harden. Oh man. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what is it with Philly that I don't know that makes you. I just need a I need an NBA nemesis. You know, the Lakers are like the fun one where it's like it's fun to root against them. The Sixers, I'm like I would seriously have somewhat of an issue if the Sixers win the championship. I'm sorry, okay. I apologize. You know, I would be annoyed. That's all it would be. I would be annoyed. I'd be the most annoyed if the Sixers won the championship this season, okay? I would be the least annoyed. I would be the most overjoyed if the Nuggets or Suns or, yeah, even like, yeah, Nuggets, Suns, Celtics, yeah, probably top 3. I'd be generally in a positive mood, like to like neutral if the Bucks win the championship. I'd be if the Warriors won the championship, I'd be like, again, you know, like that's what I'd be. If what's another one? If the Lakers win the championship, I'd very comically be like, how did this happen in life? But, you know, it would take me a few days, but I'd be like, all right, okay. I guess LeBron has 5 championships. I don't know. I just don't want anything that inspires like the whole like legacy discourse in terms of like LeBron versus Steph, KD versus LeBron. But I guess that would happen if the Suns win a championship. Yeah, with the Suns it's more like Devin Booker and like Chris Paul that I'd want it for. With the Celtics I would want it for like that whole core. You know, for the Nuggets, I'd want it for the entire team, the city, you know, the NBA in general, Jokic, everything, his legacy. I would want it for all those reasons for the Nuggets. But yeah, for the Bucks, you know, Giannis winning another championship. I mean, I don't know. He is like one of the greatest players of all time. I mean, he's probably gonna move up a few spots. Yeah. I guess that's all the things. Yeah. Any other team that has an outside chance that could win, where I would have to have a reaction. If the Knicks win a championship, that would be insane. I don't know. If the Kings win a championship, if the Grizzlies win a championship, those would all be like, whoa, oh my god, damn. Who would have expected that? That's basically it. Yeah. Anyways, anything else? Any overarching topic? No. Man, dude. Man, no, yeah, it's fine. Why do I need to look for things, man? I'm fine, right? Look at the sun. Look at that freaking blocky sun. Man, okay, so, yeah. That's basically my reactions to each NBA team winning the championship. If the Padres win the World Series, yeah, Didn't I say like yeah, I publicly tweeted I will read a book that has been hyped up on TikTok. Oh man. Yeah, okay. Should I talk about what I'm reading now? I'm reading this book called The Gangster of Love by an author called Jessica Hagedorn, who's like a Filipino woman author. And yeah, it's interesting, man. I don't know. It is like a book, basically. Yeah, it's not YA. It's like, it's adult fiction. It is adult fiction because I do read that, you know, but just not the typical like ones that get talked about on Twitter a lot. But like, yeah, it's a Filipino book by a Filipino author. You know, it's about, I don't know, honestly know what it's about. Yeah, it's basically, it's somewhat of like a coming of age story. It's like a book about, yeah, a family that immigrates to America in 1970. Yeah, from the Philippines, from Manila. Yeah, in 1970 is like the year Jimi Hendrix died, and like, yeah, like music is like a big part of it, right? But like, yeah, like in terms of like, yeah, like funk, soul, jazz, like R&B, like I guess like those are the types of music that's mostly like like sets the mood and the vibe of the book, you know. There's a band in it, you know, the main character starts a band, and yeah, it's a lot of other things. I don't know. It's a journey. There's characters, there is sex, drugs, and not rock and roll, but like funk, you know, but like, you know, yeah, just, yeah, music, I guess. It's a story, man. I don't know. I'm interested in reading it. I'm like 138 pages in right now, so maybe I'll have more freaking defined thoughts, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I don't know. I'm liking it. Oh man, the way it describes Filipinos, man. Yeah, I guess I won't spoil anything. I've spoiled enough books so far. Oh man. Anyways, oh god. Yeah, I really can't help myself from just keeping on doing that. What do I need to do in terms of, yeah, find more diamond? I mean, I don't know. This isn't the episode for that, huh? Yeah, look at that llama just there. Oh. Yeah, so dirt. Yeah, this is just where there's some gold here and glowstone. Anything interesting? Anything interesting happen in the world of what? I don't know. Yeah, there's a new album that came out by a band named after a day of the week that I talked about. Yeah, Rat Saw God. Yeah, I don't know. People are, yeah, it's being praised all around like the indie rock, music, journalism, space, world, consumer sphere. You know, I might listen to it, but I don't know. I just don't think I'm gonna be, yeah, like, I don't know. It's a weird thing with me where it's like I'm not. If I'm not like absolutely that interested in listening to a new album, I just you know, registered my mind, but just like put it on the back burner. Like, I'll listen to it eventually. That's how I'm like with all music, right? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know I would, you know, like The Naked and Famous as much as I do, but yeah, that's the thing. You never know, man. That's why. Yeah, but that's why I like that method, you know, rather than just like rushing to having to listen to a bunch of like artists and like bands, you know, that are lauded as like classics or like you need to listen to them. You know, I'll take my time, man. I'll listen to my first Bruce Springsteen album at like 38. Yeah, basically that's 16 years from now. Oh god. I still have time, man. I have time. Oh man. Anyways, how long has it been? 36 minutes? Oh wow, look at that. This has been lean. This has been freaking lean. Holy shit. Yeah. Anything else in other worlds? Literally in other worlds. People are interested in the Barbie movie. Yeah. Oh man, people yeah, I don't know. If anything, it's probably gonna be like a fun movie, right? It's gonna be a fun movie, you know? It's a movie for, you know, the girls and the guys, you know? It's a movie for everyone, you know? I don't know, man. How do we get teen boy readers that are voracious middle grade fantasy readers to be interested in the Barbie movie is my question. That's how we do it. It starts at dad and then it's like and yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just making a funny joke, okay? I'm not implying anything, okay? Like I like that like I'm yeah, I'm not like I'm not I like that joke did not have like any cynical edge to it. I'm just making a joke, okay? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I feel like I have to apologize all the time for things. I don't know. You know, it's better to be. It's better to be like that, in my opinion. You know, yeah. I don't have like a don't say anything that ruffles feathers kind of mindset, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things where it's like I think about it I think about it for a few seconds and I'm like, is that rude? You know? So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the time I don't want to be, man. I don't know. So yeah, should I get to the Twitter segment? I mean, I don't know. Man. Maybe. Just cooking more, man. Oh, man. Every time you have to just, like, refill and, like, put stuff here. Oh, man. Egg, wool, feathers, letter. Oh, man. Always here. Do I need these or what? What do I need that dirt shovel, that stone shovel for? So yeah, am I gonna be watching the Barbie movie is the question. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would like show up and like say like what I'd like a ticket to the Barbie movie and then I'd walk into the theater and then just a bunch of freaking like couples are there, a bunch of freaking like oh man, I don't know, man. Maybe it'd be maybe. Oh man, there hasn't been like a YA book adaptation, you know, in a while. It seems like all of those like films are like going immediately to streaming, you know, which is good for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really into the movie theater experience that much, but I don't know. Yeah, the last big theatrical like YA book movie adaptation to me was like the Hate U Give, but yeah, other than that, I don't know. I thought On the Come Up would be like a theatrical like release, but yeah, I saw that movie. Did I have thoughts about that? You know, it was good. Yeah, Little Yachty was in it. Little Yachty was in it, and he didn't sing "Taking the Walk to Poland," man. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, it's pretty much like the spirit of like the book was like kept there, you know. Basically, yeah. There's not really much I can like say, you know. Yeah, any other films? No, I don't watch any, man. I don't watch any. I still haven't finished the final To All the Boys movie. I don't know. There was a tweet that like came up recently. Something maybe it was just two pictures of Noah Centineo, I think, and Lana Condor, and I think. It was like a three word caption, but I feel like the underlying thing of it was that like it is supposedly like a recent picture. Lana Condor and Noah Centineo like met up, they reunited, and then like posed for a photo, and it looked very like it looked somewhat romantic, and people were commenting on it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I need Pop Crave, man. Yeah, when it's not telling me that freaking Trump got indicted, I need Pop Crave. I need a Pop Crave. Should I share more examples of lyrics from indie songs that I love that are like questionable, you know? I already exposed my music taste a little bit. Maybe I might just freaking do it again. I might just do it again like right now. Like, right now. Nah, I don't know. Oh, man. Is there gonna be good stuff? You never know. That's the beauty of the Twitter segment, okay? Twitter? Wednesday is some good SH, man. Band-ass band. Rock and roll type of beat. Smoking a fat blunt of that. A very progressive candidate won. Yeah, very progressive black candidate won the mayor race in Chicago. Yeah, Brandon Johnson. Luka Doncic is following true on his vow to play as long as Mavs have even the slimmest postseason hopes. Well, bit more motivation. Yeah, it's I feel Slovenia night at the American Airlines Center where the Mavs play, and I'm totally doesn't want to disappoint his countrymen who are here. Well, how did that turn out? Princess Peach isn't a monarch. She's also Secretary of State and Defense. Huh? Oh, yeah, the Mario movie came out. Yeah, it's a picture from the Super Mario Brothers movie, man. Oh, man. There's an article that people are upset over. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of frickin' people getting annoyed on Twitter, man. I don't like the genre of tweet that's kind of just getting really annoyed at like a New York Times article that like obviously like the title of it, the headline of it, and like the whole point of it is dumb, and like they're just ragging on it. It's like, okay, all right. Oh man. It just doesn't do much for me. It just doesn't do much for comedy for me, man. My toxic trait is that I do genuinely feel that LA is the greatest city in this godforsaken country. I mean, to me, San Diego is just like everything this is about LA, but like not like just a generally better place for it, right? I mean, unless you like LA for like the celebrity culture around it and like I guess the wider diverse range of people, but I don't know. To me, like I don't know, like things you like. If you like Mexican food, it's like San Diego. If you like the beach, if you like sun most of the time. March was a very very freaking like spotty month. So many cloudy and rainy days in March for San Diego. But yeah, if you generally like the sun and warm weather, it's like, yo, there's San Diego. It's like, I don't know. That's to me. It's my bias. Man, the existence of Liquid Mike implies the existence of solid. Yeah, true. Yeah, okay. Why am I choosing to read these tweets, man? I'm sorry I'm late, sir. The first train that came was woke, so he couldn't take it. All right. I'm just constantly disappointing myself. This is my timeline. This is my timeline. What's an insult you'll never forget? A quote tweet. In the 12th grade, this girl named Kiki said I was so ashy that when I rubbed my hands together, it sounded like the Shakers from Computer Love, and the beat. And she made the beat to drive her point home. Okay. Oh man, should I read more quote tweets of that or what? I don't know. What is an insult? There's a scene in Rugrats where was it like Betty and Howard, the parents of Phil and Lil, are like, Betty, see, that's an absurd proposition, and then Stu is like, you're an absurd proposition. Oh man, that's a good insult. Let me toss this out there. Lots of discussion about how much the Warriors would enjoy a 3-6 matchup versus the Kings, but would the Kings like to face the Dubs as well? No team Mike Brown knows better. Yeah, see? Yeah, Mike Brown's the coach of the year, by the way. Shannon Sharp applauds LSU women's basketball player Angel Reese. Yeah, see? What do you mean? I'm going to do what's the best for the team. Okay, alright, okay. Yeah, Skip and Shannon have to like keep on talking about the stuff that just was not related to the game. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's like a greater conversation about like, you know, race and like the whole like, you know, people like I feel like I think it was a former ESPN employee that like called it stupid and classless, called her like an effing idiot, you know. But it's like it's very clearly that like a section of the internet did not like it, right? They didn't like Angel Reese's celebration, and that like most of the internet said no, it's stupid. It's cool to freaking you know, shit talk. It's like, yeah, it's, I don't know. I just think very clearly it's a thing with like two sides, with like one that's very lopsided basically, right? I don't know. that is kind of like the same phenomenon with like the like New York Times article that gets like, you know, like posted with like a questionable headline, right? Or it's like, and then people like get like overly angry towards it. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, it's like, what are you adding to the conversation, man? By getting angry at it. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat saw god in a cigar. Okay, so okay, since the Twitter segment was absolute frickin' just not good. Oh man, what? Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, I'm gonna make up tweets. Make up tweets. Oh man, we really used to go to high school at 7 a.m. We really did, didn't we, man? Like, man, I don't know. I've been seeing some like things that like they're trying, yeah, that high schoolers, you know, are good, or you know, just I guess all public schools are gonna make it so that the earliest it starts is at like 8 a.m. They really should do that. I don't know. I don't know, like high school starting at 7:30 a.m. Man, dude, I remember like waking up at like 6:50 a.m. almost every day. You know, a lot of times in like junior senior year, I would sleep at like 3 a.m. You know, so I mean, you know, oh man, dude, oh god, what a time that was. Man, dude, and like, yeah, my first period, I don't know, I guess I should, you know, bring out my inner SSOH PKC, just like discuss a bit of school stories. I remember my senior year, my first period was civics, right? And like, man, the amount of people who cared about that class like was below zero, like literally below zero. just negative. It was just it was negative. It was senior year, it was civics, it was the third trimester, because my school had semesters for the first 3 years but like switched to trimesters, you know. I guess it allowed students to take more classes, right? But I don't know, like it was the very last part of the year. It was from March to June, freaking taking civics senior year, and then like, I don't know, oh my god, the amount of people who, yeah, it was just, people did not care, man. Yeah, and the worst part of it, you know, I don't want to expose things, you know, like, I don't know, I follow some people I went to school with, okay, on my Instagram. Look, man, you know, I might start posting clips of these on Instagram, but like, look, man, the class was a little conservative, okay? like, yeah, basically. And yeah, I feel like at the time, right, like we were having like discussions, and like, it was, we talked about, I remember as a class, like, the teacher wanted to try to get us to have opinions on like the Supreme Court case they looked at, where there was like a cake store, right? And like the cake store owners or people wouldn't make a cake, a gay wedding cake for a gay couple, right? They would make any other cake, but they wouldn't make a wedding cake for a gay couple, right? And that was a Supreme Court case, and like, you know, given the previous information, you could expect how it went, right? And there are just other instances. There was like, yeah, I think like one of the early prominent like cultural appropriation instances on social media was, you know, the girl with the famous line like, "My culture isn't your prom dress," you know, and then like we had a discussion about that. I don't know. Hey, I should. I'm just gonna post this clip on Instagram right now, man. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Really? Come on, guys, in that civics class in senior year of high school at insert high school here. It's like, come on, man. Come on. Oh, man. But that's the thing. It's like, you can't, yeah, I don't know. I would assume a bunch of teenagers, you know, who just didn't care, were sleep deprived anyway, were just ready to just freaking leave high school, you know. It's fine. Oh, man. I don't know. We really did used to go to school at 7 a.m. We really did. We really did. We really used to go to school at 7 a.m. You know, see, yeah, like having PE, the first freaking trimester I had PE, you know, which was better because it was like in high school, and like the very last PE class, I put off having to take another PE class sophomore, junior year, so I had to take it senior year, and I just chose weightlifting. And it basically was like, for like most of the class, you would like the teacher would just take attendance, and then we would just be set loose in the weight room, and then music would play, primarily rap music, blasted through freaking like Bluetooth speakers. Yeah, and yeah, you know, you basically could just do whatever you wanted, mostly, as long as you were just like lifting a weight, you know, every 5 minutes, it's fine. You could, you know. Oh man, we really did used to go to school at 7 a.m., man. Imagine freaking going to PE as your freaking first period. Oh man, oh god. Oh man. Yeah, it's the whole thing. I'd already discussed the lore, right? I already discussed the lore of yeah, I already discussed the lore of I had like an off period. I had a off roll, it was called, where I didn't have class. My second and third trimesters, where I used that to read and write. So that was just the thing, man. I already was freaking at beginning dad in high school. So yeah. Anything else? Any other famous tweet I could like extrapolate into multiple stories? Oh man. I don't know. What's the whole, yeah, I don't know, something. There are like viral tweets that go around that like, where it was like, solve this problem, and it's basically supposed to be like a gotcha to people who use PEMDAS, basically, right? Who is where it's like, you think you can find out the answer. It's like something like 1 + 9, 3 divided by 2 or something, right? Something like that, where it's like you do it through traditionally PEMDAS, and it's like, no, that's actually the wrong answer or something, and everyone keeps on getting different answers, and the point of the tweet is supposed to be like, the American education system, guys. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like come on, man, really? Like, it's fine, man. Oh man, it's fine if we have a generation of people who don't know how to do basic arithmetic. Maybe it's not, but you know. I think people should be able to do basic arithmetic, but like, on the other hand, like calculators. I mean, like, I don't know, it's the whole thing, right? Like, what if we're a society that has calculators on their phones? I mean, like, I don't know. I guess it's a whole question, right, of just like, what is the highest level of math you should be able to reasonably like be able to like perform, basically? It's like, I don't know. Are you supposed to remember that, the quadratic formula is x equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a? I mean, I don't know. We really used to go to school at 7 in the morning. We really used to go to school at 7 a.m., man. We really did. Any other viral tweet that like makes the rounds that I want to comment on? Oh man, I don't know. I could just look up some of those meme accounts that like keep on posting those. Yeah, anything else? Anything else? Oh man. Yeah, true. Should I? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's fine. I've been getting like a tiny bit more views on these, so yeah, whoever's viewing this, yeah, thank you. Thank you. And why are you viewing this? Why are you watching? Why are you even watching, man? Why? Oh man, how many people come exclusively for the Twitter segment, man? Probably not that many people. Yeah. Anything? Can I try again? I'm not even gonna move the microphone. Oh my god. Please, man, please, something interesting. Please. Mark Cuban after Mavs missed the game-tying shot to miss the playoffs. Oh, man. Yeah, how did that protest work out, buddy? Whoever went to town on Jackie's fingers? Yeah, it's a hot one segment. Okay, being quoted. Nothing else. Yeah. uh, any other viral tweet I could just like remember off the top of my head? Any other tweets that? Oh man, should I go through unpopular opinions? What's an unpopular opinion about relationships that'll have you like this? And it's like, oh man, not again, not again. Oh please. Oh man, anything? I'm not feeling particularly spicy today, man. I'm not feeling particularly spicy. Oh man. Oh god. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. I should really, yeah. Okay. It's 1 hour and 2 minutes, man. I could extend this a little bit, right? Yeah, I didn't make any like decent progress. I guess this was just a gathering food episode, you know. Yeah. I could just record another one of these. Yeah, they would do 2 a weekend, man, but I don't know. Anything happened in boxing? Yeah, I would assume Anthony Joshua beat his opponent, yeah, on April 1st, Jermaine Franklin, I think. I would assume. Yeah, I didn't see anything about it. Yeah, I literally have not seen anything, any tweet, any video highlight, anything about it. I would assume he won. I would assume. I have no idea if Tyson Fury versus Usyk is actually happening though. So yeah, and I think like Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano too is up in the air too, right? On whether to happen at like the scheduled date. So yeah, not much to report on the boxing front. Yeah. Yeah, there've been talks on like, was it like a Francis Ngannou and friggin' Deontay Wilder fight, but just very preliminary. I don't know, man. What's the why? Why? What is this? Yeah, I think Ngannou's like was trained as a boxer. Maybe has a bit more boxing skills, but like, I mean, I don't know, man. Again, oh man, I don't know. Yeah, KSI is KSI. Yeah, I feel like KSI versus Jake is like a thing that should happen, man. I don't know. Yeah, again, you just want to pivot to just making the most entertaining thing rather than like proving yourself as a boxer. Just do that, man. Just do that, man. Yeah, we really used to look at this Twitter timeline. The Mavs deserve all the criticism and then some for how they've handled the last 8 months. Everything from mismanaging the roster to the way they talk down to their own fans. Just a disaster of a season. Hope next year is better. Jason Kidd on Luka Doncic. He's going to play the first quarter and then he's done for the season. Kidd backed off for the season declaration a bit, but that's the plan. Oh, man. Oh, God. I feel like that's it, man. Not every episode can be a banger, man. You need some filler. You know? I don't think I'm in a filler arc, am I? I don't think so. What current arc is this? You know? I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like a bunch of the episodes in 2022 had like a general uniform kind of like overarching kind of theme to it, you know? It was like me talking a lot more about what was going on in like the book community, but I don't know. I need a different phase, you know? I don't know. That's the thing. Women's basketball, maybe? Maybe I'll just find more tweets associated with that. Yeah. I saw a few recently, but yeah, I don't know. They just weren't in my timeline today. The Twitter segment is interesting because it just almost entirely depends on like, is the algorithm gonna show certain tweets or not, man? Sometimes it can show book things, sometimes it shows NBA things. I don't know, man. But you know, I guess it'll it'll buff out, as a certain YouTuber used to say. Man. Anyways, so I guess that's it for this episode. Hopefully next one will be a little bit better. I generally liked what I talked about, yeah. Right? I generally liked what I talked about, yeah. So, yeah, next episode, I guess. So, yeah, see you then.